session. So just to give you a perspective of my company is called Walker Group. Why Walker? Because we walk people to the right solutions. This company is founded in 2019. This in fact is my second business. And we provide basically the key infrastructure services to help individuals and also micro business to start their own home business or small businesses. And then we have 4 key business units. Number 1, training academy. Number 2, equipment supply. And then I have a central kitchen as well as a tech company. So in short, to understand my business in the layman terms, if you need an oven, I sell. If you need to be a baker, I teach. And if you need the materials to bake, I also manufacture and supply. But I go one step further. I encourage you to set up baking business. But I'm not just in baking business, I'm also in all contexts of F&B. So in short, that's my business. So about myself, I have been in the F&B industry for over 12 years. This is my second business. I used to run restaurants from 2006 to 2015. But that time is different than today's time. That time rental was not a problem, manpower was not a problem. So I decided this round, I'm going to provide infrastructure support services that helps not just the F&B, but the home businesses or the retail and lifestyle businesses in general. And today, I stick by my title. Although I am a full-time entrepreneur, I am also a full-time employee. I still work for people, I also do business on the side. So that's my topic for today. So, just to have a very simple exercise, can I invite you to help scan this QR code, and I want you to take a pose, alright? For the last 3 years in your life, what are your toughest challenge? You have 4 choices here, okay? Number 1, rising cost of living. Number 2, market slump. Number 3, technology disruption. Number 4, skill gap. So can I invite everyone to scan the QR code and to take a poll on which of these 4 is your toughest challenge for the last 3 years, to you personally, to you professionally, and if you are a business owner, to your business. Can we take about 30 seconds here to do this? So you can just either choose one or choose more than one. Let me know if you can. If you have any problems scanning the QR code or knowing how to do it, just raise up your hands. So while waiting, can I ask the AV, okay, in 10 seconds to display the results? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Please show the results. Okay, you see, I think we all agree that rising costs of living and operating business in Singapore is the number 1 problem today. The second biggest problem is market slump and also the scarcity of business and opportunity to work for a good career. And number 3, of course, is technology disruption and also the skills gap. So I'm here to address these 4 main issues today. Can I go back to the slide, please? So this is a common. You find that these are common things that you see day in, day out. Very negative, right? Every day we see, every day or once in a while we see a news about company closing, about company laying off people, about industry MNCs exiting our market. So this is what we are faced. Not just Singapore, but the whole world is faced today. There is a very high uncertainty, high challenges where, you know, it affects our day-to-day life, right? Just now we talked about social media. Now I'm becoming negative. No, not really. But we want to bring you to attention that don't be negative. Every problem is an opportunity, right? So when there is always a market challenge, there will be opportunity. So, by M.M. Lee, I'm quoting M.M. Lee, Mr. M.M. Lee, the founder of Singapore, is that he once mentioned when he started JTC, we are pragmatists. If it works, try it. If it doesn't, throw it away. So I want you to adapt to this mentality of pragmatism, right? We want to see what works and what sells, and how to build business, because business is all about being sustainable. Business is about what works and what sells. So the advancement of technology today, like AI, it doesn't make our life better in the whole entirety. Yes, it makes things more productive. It makes things a lot easier to do, like social media. Now I think I can write content merely in seconds using ChatGPT. But in reality, AI also replaces a lot of low-end jobs. For example, AI already replaces property agents, insurance, restaurants, even just now the challenges in social media content creation. In future, this will be our common challenges day to day. So, continuous learning and upskilling is no longer an option. Everybody needs to learn, and they have to be very well equipped to multitask to survive today's world. And then, AI or digital technology will create inequality. This is a fact. Those with access to education and technology will perform better in the general career world. However, I'm here to tell you the good things of that. Not everything is about technology. So, let's be pragmatic. How do we build business that doesn't really rely on just technology, right? Now, home-based entrepreneurship, based on the research, you know COVID-19, everybody remember COVID-19, right? Back then, how many unemployments there are? How many people lost their job? How many people have to KIV their career, like for example, pilot, air stewardess? But that 2 years where we have lockdown have proven one thing. There's a lot of sprung up of home businesses in Singapore. And this home business not just as a hobby, but thrive to become a full-time business. And today, of course, it's not officially, statistically has been found, but there's estimated to be about 60,000 home businesses in Singapore today. How many of you have seen recently the home barber, the student who made his living by cutting hairs for his friends? So that itself, for example, a very skill-based home business can thrive. And like I said, Alibaba, Jack Ma founder, once said, if you cannot compete with machine, then don't compete with machine. Do where machine cannot, right? Now, where are the things that machine cannot do? The human interaction between one to another. Even if robot can cook, robot will never replace human in terms of the artistic or the culinary arts. Even robot can paint, robot will never replace the artistic value of the human painting or even human art. So, you can decide yourself to excel in the area where technology isn't. So finally, by doing home business as your side hustle, I encourage those who have full-time job, keep it. Then you do your business from home as your side hustle. Why? If you have a full-time job, like I still have a full-time job. It takes my mind focus. I don't have to worry about my bills. I don't have to worry about my expenses. And I still have discipline and things to do. While on my free time, on my available dates, I go and focus on my business. So I started also in 2019 as a home business owner. And I also was still working full-time for people. So business, by doing side hustle, you are investing your future in that business, right? Today it's very normal for people to have 3 jobs in Singapore, in Japan, in developed countries. But what if you choose to do your side hustle rather than working for people to earn money, but to invest it and do your own home business? Because one thing is clear, when we do our own business, we are tendency to be more passionate. We tend to put more effort, we don't calculate so much, we are willing to work harder, and we even willing to work the extra hours. The question, the key is, how long can you build that business? How long can you stay in that business? Until one day, that business becomes your full-time. That business becomes your future, right? Now, the key success is to balance well between your job and your side hustle. Your salary that you receive on a monthly basis can be your capital, right? And the idea is even Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, KFC, Alibaba, all these businesses start from their own home. Colonel Sanders start making recipe for his fried chicken at home at 60 years old. And he has no capital, and he knocks on 1,000 door until somebody buys his dream. So who say that a business needs a capital? No, it needs two things: idea, vision, and guts. You have to be brave, you have to be willing to put effort for your business. So the idea is, please start small. Start with what you have. For example, that student who do part-time hairdressing, he was really good at hairdressing. He used his HEB corridor and his network of friends to cut hair for people. So start small, start something that you already have the skills, start something that you already have the resources, but move fast, don't wait. Don't wait, because time don't wait. Recession is coming, everything, all these things is coming, and it takes time to build all these things. So don't wait, start today, not tomorrow, today, now. That's the mentality that you must have. And while having your full-time job, you are at least focused. You don't have to worry on a day-to-day basis. And full-time will give you, will tackle your financial challenges. Think big, you cannot think small. You start small, yes, but think very big. Alibaba think very big. Jack Ma started in his house thinking about building a marketplace for B2B. You have to think very big. So if you are going to do home tingkat, for example, or you're going to do home jewelry, think very big. Your mission, your dream must be as big as Swarovski or even bigger like Tiffany & Co. So you have to have a big dream. Don't just settle for a simple idea, right? Start small, move fast, but think dream very big. And our mind is a form of manifestation. What you plan today, what you dream today, what you say today, as long as you do it, you will get there. That I guarantee. And grow your customer base. When you have a full-time job and you have a side hustle, what is the thing that this full-time job gives you? Time. Time for what? To develop your skills, okay? To make every of your customer become your repeat customer, to build your brand, to build your reputation. And this is the thing that you can do, that a lot of business forget to do. Today, why a lot of F&B business fail? Because they go into the commercialization immediately. They rent an expensive place, they don't have a customer, they start big, and then zero sales. What you need to do is start small, okay, and slow, and mind your resources, optimize your resources, build your customer base, and then also think whether this is the business that you want to do over the next 10 years. So that is what you have to do. The 2 years of your side hustle is your research and training time. But you must have a goal that in 2 years, you should do this full time. Now, I used to do a home business myself, and I can tell you just spending 2 hours a day for 5 days doing home tingkat is equivalent to a full-time pay. But because I'm already trained in the kitchen, I'm a trained chef, trained baker, I've spent 12 years in F&B, that's why I have the skills to prepare, and it's not so challenging for me, myself. But I think very big. What is it that in Singapore that people don't see? Which is a healthy, okay, and also generous meal of a Japanese home cooking. Have you ever seen a Japanese home cooking? Except bento? No. So that time I did it for a project. And it happens. And there are a lot of examples out there that you can Google. Even chefs today working for fine dining restaurant, hotel, quitting their job to do private dining. So it doesn't say that there's a market, there's a big market for that. And don't think just Singapore, think big. Think Indonesia, think Malaysia, think Thailand. With the technology today, you don't have to have a physical space. You can have online, social media, and promote your business there. And just now you attended the social media talk, right? Those content influencers or those social influencers also make their money online. So that is another form of business by itself. And then, let's concept and stimulate free, right? What is the cheapest, what is the most free and the most effective asset that you have to start your business? Anybody can answer? What is the cheapest asset and is free for you to start your business? Anybody? Anybody? It's called simulation. You can plan, you can project, you can dream, you can try, you can survey, you can research. So spend your time building your concept. Spend your time researching on your concept. Spend your time talking to your customers. Spend your time developing your skills. So the 6 questions you should ask yourself before you start, what will be the concept of my business? You should start with that. Like just now I give an example, I've also tried to do home barista. So we do a coffee delivery where people in the morning, just to my neighborhood, when they are working from home, I send coffee, I send croissant, and one day easily 50 people I can serve before lunch. That is as simple as that, but it doesn't have to be food. It can be something that you like, right? It can be jewelry, it can be makeup, it can be private dining, it can be massage, whatever that you think you are passionate and able to do. All right. Number 2 question: where should this business be located? The easiest online, social media. The easiest from home. The easiest from your own bedroom. Think of what you can do. Think and start there. Number 3, when should you start the business? As soon as you get your concept ready. As soon as you make sure that there is a market for it. As soon as you can commercialize it. Even as early as today or tomorrow. So think about this question. Say the 4th question, who should be your customers? It really depends on your business, it depends where you operate, and think about that. Where is your customer? Like I said, don't limit just Singapore. Think big. Malaysia, Indonesia. Today, even in Instagram, if you want to have anything from Bali, you can have it in the same day. Somebody fly from Bali and hand carry for you. There are those platforms. So think big. Then number 5, why would people buy from you? What's the difference, right? If you are going to do a mediocre business, then don't do business. If you're going to do a business, be the best at it. If you are going to do jewelry, make sure that your jewelry is the best of the best. So every customer who buys from you will buy again. If your customer doesn't buy again from you, you already failed. That is the nature of lifestyle business or retail business. And final one, how would I get there from where I am today? So should be your roadmap, right? Where you are now and where you want to be. So think about that, right? And give yourself a time frame, 3 months, 2 months, but most important, do it, right? So remember to do this, ask this question yourself and make a plan, then do it. Now, we're gonna do a very simple exercise and do a brainstorming together. Can I invite you again to just scan the QR code? And this time, I want you to answer yourself 2 questions. Number 1, what will be the business that you want to do in 2025? And what is the one goal that you want to achieve in 2025? So I give you an example for myself. This is my own goal. Yeah? This is based on true things. I'm currently in the midst of developing a food platform, technology platform that will integrate all F&B business owners and professionals. So my goal this year, in 2025, I want to make the marketplace for F&B business owners. And my goal in 2025 is to have 2 digits revenue growth for this business. So that's my goal. So can I invite every one of you to key in 2 things that you are going to do this year? Number 1, what business? Number 2, what is your goal? Just one for this 2025. Can we spend 30 seconds here before we display the results? And I invite you to just scan and think about it. Think about what kind of business you want to do and what goal that you want to achieve in 2025. And this is your own commitment to yourself. Don't just think for the sake of exercise, but when you key input, put your passion, put your dream, put your effort into these questions. Think about what you want to do. Okay, it doesn't have to be that business, right? It's just something that you feel passionate about. And what is the goal? Be specific. The goal can be, for example, you want to make a full-time living from this business. By all means. You can think big. There's no charge of thinking big. So, can I invite the AV and the controller to show the result in 10 seconds? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, sorry. So, you mentioned content creator. Very good, right? I encourage you to take a look at this content creator called Super Cool Ben. That guy is not even Indonesian. He was born in Germany, but he thought of something creative overnight. Overnight, I'm talking overnight. Within 3 months, he became a millionaire. Take a look. Super Cool Ben. All right? And then you have somebody said about public speaking. Very good. Public speaking to spread kindness, and you want to be bigger stage. Yes, business is all about force for good. You should do this business. Public speaking is very good. I encourage you to study ACLP, like ACTA, so you can become a good public speaker. You can work with training academy and sell your courses, like what I did, right? And then coffee business. Earn your first million, nothing wrong with that. Coffee in Singapore is a big business. 80% of Singaporeans still drinks local coffee. Specialty coffee, still only 20% of Singapore market has consumed Arabica coffee. So it's very good. And then small art business. Yes, why not? Can I see the next page? Okay, so you see this is a plan that you have created yourself, and I think you should, as much as possible, plan, focus, and build that business, especially interact with your customers. Now, we have this course called Entrepreneurship. I have developed a course with NTUC together. It's an entrepreneurship journey. Should you be keen to attend this one, this course is what will bring you and formulate your concept starting from your own home. And then you will develop your skills, not just in terms of concepting your business. You will build your production skills, you will build your operation skills, you also will build your digital marketing skills, including building your own website and selling your product online. If you are interested, you can actually scan this, and it's by NTUC, funded by WSQ program. Okay, now, before we go to the next one, if you have any questions, please think of your questions, because the next session, I will take in questions. If you have any questions, please just raise your hand. Okay, anybody has a question that I can address? Just raise your, okay.
Hi, thank you so much for your presentation. I think it was very, very inspiring for me. Hi everyone, my name is Angus. Actually, I wanted to ask, over here, encouraging us to have a side hustle, but then if we are with a government or government-related organization, there is something that employee contract that doesn't allow us to do anything outside. And now I think my company is even going towards, even if you are doing volunteering and stuff, paid or unpaid, as long as you're doing something for someone else, it needs to be declared. I mean, I don't know what's the view on this, because it seems that the government is employing a lot of people, but then it seems to go against this idea. Thank you.
Thank you for your question, and I think it's very valid. Okay, but the thing is about starting a business is not, you don't even have to register your company. And about being a business is also being transparent. I have a full-time job and I'm transparent about that, right? All you have to do is let your HR know. Make sure that number one, you let your HR know that what you are doing. Number two, make sure the business that you are doing is not in conflict of your work and of your industry or your responsibility. So for example, if you work for the government and you are, for example, doing custom and immigration, then you should not be dealing with anything relating to recruitment, manpower, and things like that. So there's certain ethical there that you have to maintain. And most important, not just be the best in your business, but be the best in your job. Because by being the best in your job, your employer will let you do exactly what you want on your site. And even government agencies as well. The thing about government agencies, they don't let you register a company, but nothing is wrong about doing freelance business. And then when you're doing freelance business, that's your own personal income tax. And when you have enough customers, you have enough income, you can decide then to leave your job or to give up the business, right? So that's what I have in mind. Yeah. Anybody else has a question? Thank you so much. Sorry, what's your name? Agnes, thank you very much. Anybody else has a question? Please. Anybody? Just raise your hand. Okay. Can I have the lady at the back? Yeah.
Hi. Okay, so so there's IP, there is intellectual property. In what instance do we need to apply any sort of protection or trademark to our IP, especially for our side hustles?
Okay. The only thing that IP is useful for is to attract funding. So if you have something brilliant, but the thing is that a lot of people don't understand. For example, like McDonald's recipe, does it have an IP? It doesn't. So the thing is, there's two schools of thought here. Intellectual property is very important for you to protect, but this is more for the corporate side. When you have an investor, or you have an institutional investor, venture capitalist, or people who wants to invest your business, your IP becomes very valuable. But to start a business, especially in business that relates to IP, the one that makes the difference is not the IP, it's actually your users. If you are successful, for example, Facebook, in the 3 months of their operation, they were able to attract 1 million users. So if you are doing tech business or anything that relates to your IP, I suggest just focus on making it work, because the business that works basically doesn't require any IP. Anyway, today when it comes to IP, platform or technology is very difficult to IP, but I agree with you, IP is something you should think about when you do your business. Think of a concept that nobody has ever thought before, and there, like Grab, for example, let's talk about Grab. How Grab was started. Grab started basically by them, having a great hail app, right? But then they go to coffee shop talking to taxi drivers. They're talking to taxi drivers and recruiting them to go into their app. Nothing to do with IP. Their main focus was to recruit enough taxi drivers to be able to have that peer-to-peer demand to launch the app. But maybe can I invite you to ask a second question? What will be your business? Can I ask you a question? What will be your business?
Okay, I was the one who put down like small art business, like selling my art. That was my event.
Okay, art is very good, but I think for art, I don't think you have to worry about IP, because it's about building your own brand. The more people know about you rather than your art, the more your art will be valuable. Like today, I think we talk about Michelangelo. I don't think there's an IP for that, but people know whether it's authentic or not authentic, right? So when you have art, I don't think you have to worry much about IP. But my suggestion and my advice to you: build your brand, build yourself, introduce yourself to the world, and have a character, a definitive character for your style of art. That's what. Is there any other question that you'd like to ask?
No, that'll be it.
Okay, thank you very much. Can I have your name, please?
Natalia.
Thank you, Natalia, and so success to your art business. Thank you very much. And I will take one more question. Is there any last questions that you would like to ask? Just one more. Any more questions? Any more questions? You can ask me anything. Anyone? If not, then I would like to thank you for your time, and I hope the best for your success. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Andre, for the very meaningful sharing.